Hello and good evening all of you. A very warm welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. I hope you all are doing well. So welcome to our session of daily quiz. Now today the date is 29 December. So before starting our daily quiz session, here is a quick announcement for all of you. Now if you are preparing for UPSC Civil Services examination and you want to crack this exam in our first attempt, then we are offering a one-to-one mentorship, and if you want to a part of it, if you want to solve your any queries related to exam, like how to approach it, what should be the strategy, what books you should refer, then there is a Google form which is available in your pinned comment section box. Please fill that, please ensure your all details, and our mentor will definitely reach to you and you can clear your all doubts. So let's start our daily quiz session for today. So the first question is here on your screen. Now it is, consider the following statements regarding green hydrogen. So this is the question here related to green hydrogen. Now what are these statements here? So first statement, during its production, renewable energy sources are employed to generate electricity, which is then used to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. Second statement is, it is a highly flammable gas. Okay, so which of the above statement is or are correct? First only, second only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 and 2. So which of the above statements is or are correct? So my dear students, here the correct option is C, both 1 and 2. So during its production, renewable sources are employed to generate electricity, which is then used to split water into hydrogen and oxygen components, and it is a highly flammable gas. So both statements are correct here. Okay, now why we have picked this question? So this question is there in your PIB. Okay, and this question can be related to your environment, pollution, conservation and science and technology. Now why this question? Because recently Union Power Minister Shri N.R.K. Singh lays foundation stone for new interdisciplinary center for energy research ICER building at IISc Bengaluru. Okay, so now this ICER research initiatives focus on a spectrum of renewable energy domains, including net zero technology development for green hydrogen, carbon dioxide, power and turbine, clean coal technology, pioneering research and development activities on green energy technologies such as generation of hydrogen and other biofuels from biomass, advanced batteries and energy storage systems and sustainable technologies. That's why we have picked this question, because green hydrogen is very important for your prelims paper. Now here let's understand about this green hydrogen. So as I have said here, renewable energy sources will be used. For example, your sun, wind and water. These are your renewable energy sources. Now these renewable energy sources will be used to produce what? Electricity. Okay, so these will be used to produce electricity, and then this electric current, okay, will be passed through the water. Okay, water, and here hydrogen and oxygen will be split and then green hydrogen will be produced. Okay, so this process results in what? Clean and emission free fuel that has immense potential to replace what? Fossil fuels, basically your non-renewable energy resources. Okay, and it reduces what? Your carbon emissions also. Okay, which is going to be which is India's target also. Another method of producing it is from biomass. Basically gasification of biomass also produces your green hydrogen. Both these production methods are what? Clean and sustainable one, making green hydrogen an attractive option for the transition to a low carbon future. Okay, because you know that if you're going to produce electricity by using non-renewable energy resources, then it will increase what? Your carbon emissions. Okay, so that's why this green hydrogen is sustainable and clean one also, because it reduces your carbon emissions. It is a highly flammable gas also. Okay, now this is your green hydrogen structure. Here you can see that renewable energy sources are used to produce your electricity. For example, solar plants are installed, or you can install wind plants also, and after that electricity will be produced, and that electricity will be used to split water components into hydrogen and oxygen. Here you can see that. This process is known as what? Electrolysis. Electrolysis is what? When electric current is passed, okay, and here electric current is passed in what? In water. Okay, and now you can see that oxygen and hydrogen both have been split up here, and after that green hydrogen will be produced. Okay, now what is the application of this green hydrogen? So it can be used in your aviation sector also, chemical manufacturing also, and shipping industry also. Okay, so this is all about green hydrogen. Now moving towards your second question. So consider the following statements regarding Red Sea. Okay, as you all know, Middle East and your countries around it are much in news these days. So basically here for your prelims you need to understand the geography of your Middle East region. Okay, and here the first statement is Egypt, Saudi Arabia and Yemen border the Red Sea. Okay, it is linked to the Indian Ocean via the Bab al-Mandeb Strait and the Gulf of Aden. Third statement is it is one of the saltiest bodies of water in the world. Okay, so how many of the above statements is or are incorrect? Please remember, please read your question carefully. How many of the above statements is or are incorrect? So here the options are only one, only two, all three or none. So here all of these statements are correct. So here the correct option is D. None of these statements are incorrect here because Egypt, Saudi Arabia and Yemen borders the Red Sea, and I hope you remember that in the previous discussion about this daily quiz we discussed about this strait. So here if you remember that question, so here again this statement is also right here. Okay, third statement, it is one of the saltiest bodies of water. This is also right. Now here why this question? Because there is an article today in Indian Express and this question can be related to your geography. So now what is the article? So US allies reluctant on Red Sea task force. Okay, and only 12 of 20 countries are willing to join. So basically again for this particular article you don't need to, you just need to understand the basic context here. Basically here you remember all your countries in Central Asia, in Middle East and their bordering areas. Okay, their bordering countries also, which ocean is there, which sea is there, which lake is there. So all these things you have to remember for your prelims. These are all objective, but yeah, if you are reading them again and again then you don't require your mindless memorization. So only key to success here is just read them again and again. Okay, and the basic if I talk about the basic mantra for analyzing or for learning all these geographical location, just keep a map along with you. Okay, so whenever you are reading all these international news, please keep a map with you. Okay, now coming back to the question, so here we need to understand about the Red Sea. So Red Sea, it is situated between Africa and Asia and is an inlet of the Indian Ocean. To the south it connects with an Indian Ocean through the Bab al-Mandeb Strait and the Gulf of Aden. If you want to know more about this strait, please visit our previous discussions related to this strait. Okay, the northern border features the Sinai Peninsula, the Gulf of Aqaba and the Gulf of Suez leading to the Suez Canal. Okay, the sea's formation traces back to the splitting of the Arabian Peninsula from the Horn of Africa through the movement of the Red Sea Rift. Okay, it is known for its high salinity resulting from intense evaporation and less precipitation. Okay, the Red Sea receives no significant rivers or streams. Okay, it is crucially positioned as a part of the sea routes connecting your Europe, the Persian Gulf and the East Asia. In fact, it is your heavy shipping traffic region also, and it receives your 12% of the worldwide trade. Okay, so it shares boundaries with 6 countries. Please remember them. They are your Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Sudan, Eritrea and Djibouti. Okay, now here there is a map which reflects your Red Sea here. Okay, so this is your Red Sea. Okay, and here you can see that the neighboring countries. Okay, these are all your neighboring countries here, and here this is your strait, Bab al-Mandeb Strait and Gulf of Aden. Okay, so this is all about geography. So again, that's why we have given this map to you. So that's why you can visualize, because visualize uh, increases your memorization. Okay, so again whenever you are reading all these international news, please keep a map with you. Okay, then the third question is, consider the following statements regarding Pegasus. Okay, so first statement is, like an SQL injection attack, this type of attack entails injecting harmful code into a website. Okay, so this statement means basically this Pegasus is targeting what? Your website. Okay, like your SQL injection attack, it targets a visitor as well as a website. So it not only targets your website, it also targets your visitor. Okay, so which of the above statements is or are correct here? First only, second only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 and 2. So here both of these statements are wrong. So here the correct option is neither 1 nor 2. Okay, both are incorrect. So correct option is D here. Now, why this question? Because today there is an article related to Pegasus, and here Amnesty International, I hope you know that organization. So it is saying that now Pegasus is again in use and it is targeting journalists. Okay, you can relate this topic with your cyber security. Okay, now what is this Pegasus? So why these statements are incorrect? Because it falls under the category of malicious software or malware known as spyware. Okay, its purpose is to infiltrate your devices. Okay, not websites. Targets your devices without users awareness, and it basically targets your what? Personal information, which is then transmitted to the individual who is using this, who is employing this spyware. Okay. Developed by the Israeli firm NSO Group, that was set up in 2010. Okay. Now coming to the fourth question, consider the following statements. So the first statement is, the BSF, CRPF and CSF fall under the category of CAPF. Second statement, the personnel of the CISF are assigned the duty of safeguarding industrial units and government infrastructure. Third statement, the CRPF is tasked with the duty of upholding law and order in your states and union territories. Now, how many of the above statements are correct here? Okay, only one, only two, all three, or none? So, all three statements are correct here. Now, why this question? Because this question is again, this topic is again in news, and it can be found in the Indian Express newspaper today, and this question can be related to your internal security. Now what is the article all about? So today there is a news that Neena Singh, she is going to be the first woman to head CISF, and Anish Dayal, he is going to be new CRPF chief. So this is the news. Now let's understand about the three organizations here: CAPF, CRPF and CISF. Okay, so the Indian Armed Forces and Central Armed Police Force, they collectively serve as a defensive wall. Okay, CAPF is entrusted with the internal security and operates through its training centers and equipped personnel. Okay, BSF, CRPF and CSF, they fall under the category of CAPF and each led by IPS officers. Okay, so CISF, which we are talking about, actually this falls under the category of CAPF. Okay, notably, the border security force, actually its personnel safeguards what? Are international borders. So their personals are located where? Pakistan, Myanmar and Bangladesh borders. Their responsibilities extend beyond border security to maintaining what? Tranquility and combating transnational criminal activities also. Conversely, the Central Industrial Security Force CISF personnel are responsible for securing industrial units, government infrastructure and various government establishments of India. CRPF is tasked with the duty of upholding law and order in both states and union territories. Moreover, they are mandated to provide assistance during critical situations and emergencies. Okay, now coming to our previous year question from 2023. Now this question can be related to your Indian polity. Now what is the question here? Which one of the following statements best reflects the chief purpose of the constitution of a country? Okay, so the first statement is, it determines the objective for the making of necessary laws. It enables the creation of political offices and a government. It defines and limits the power of government. It secures social justice, social equality and social security. So here which of these statement is correct here with respect to Constitution of India? So third statement is correct. So C is a correct option here. It defines and limits the power of a government. Now what is the chief purpose of a Constitution of India? So here you can see that fundamental principles in the form of what? Fundamental rights, okay, DPSP, structure and operations of a government. You know that it gives the power to parliament, it gives the power to prime minister, also chief minister, governors. It also delineates the right and freedoms of individual rights within a nation, okay. Moreover, it stands as the highest law of the land, okay, offers a framework for governance that maintains your equilibrium of power, safeguards individual rights, and directs the functioning of the state. So this is the chief purpose of the Constitution. That's why third option was correct there. Now fact of the day. So this news has been picked from News on Air. Okay, and what is the news here? Over 2,500 scheduled caste students enrolled in private schools through Shrestha scheme. Okay, so basically here we need to understand about this Shrestha scheme here. This is a good achievement. What is this scheme all about? So Shrestha scheme is basically it was basically launched by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. What is the full form of it? Scheme for residential education for students in high school in targeted areas. Okay, it provides what? Quality education to those students who belong to scheduled caste category, okay, and it enhances their socio-economic status by ensuring high quality education, because it ensures your admission in country's top private residential schools. And in which classes? Class 9th and class 11th. Okay, what are the objectives of this scheme? Smooth implementation of government initiatives and scheme, socio-economic progress and holistic development of scheduled caste students. It also partners with volunteer groups to address serving gaps in our education system, which basically those regions where scheduled caste are predominantly living. It empowers your scheduled caste also with top-notch education and unlock their future opportunities. So this is all about our session for today. Now again, a quick announcement for all of you. Please, if you want to crack UPSC Civil Services examination in your first attempt, please fill the Google form which is available in our pinned comment section box. Our mentor will definitely reach to you. Thank you so much for attending this session. Take care and bye-bye.